Hi, today I'll explain about another assignment in Animate CC. Okay, the previous class already we finished the run, walk and walk cycle and progressive walk, and we add the background also. Okay, let us check now about run. Okay, so generally why we are practicing all these the basic things, because in animation anywhere in any animation industry, when you go for an interviews, simply they'll ask you how many poses we use for walk and suppose for run and jump. These are the basic things. So whether it is 2D animation or 3D animation, the principles, methods, okay, the process will be the same. Okay, you must have to understand walk, run and jump. Okay, as per the story, generally character sometimes can walk or run or jump. Okay, so in the same place the character can stand and say some dialogues as per the story. Okay, it purely depends on the story and concept storyboard the characters can behave. Okay, so for everywhere anywhere in all stories, the character generally they walk, sometimes as per the story they run and jump. Okay, so the same reason we are the basic things we are checking, we are doing animation. Okay, let us check about run. Right, yes. Suppose here I'm giving the name run animation preparation, run animation. Okay, preparation, procedure and preparation. Procedure and preparation. Okay, so reduce this size. Right. Run animation, procedure and preparation first up. Okay, so for understanding purpose I'll explain with one a run procedure sheet. Okay, so from file you can import to library. From that library there is a run procedure, yeah, run cycle. Okay, it is already there in a library. Can drag this to stage. Yes, make it bit bigger, enlarge this size. Okay, this is make it bit bigger. Yes, this is my poses. Yes, let us check. So here like walk, this is also having some different poses. Okay, let us check here, showing in different colors, so that is indicating the particular pose. Okay, so here if you observe this one by one, this is called extreme. Extreme means the first main, the key pose. This is okay, this is called almost contact. Okay, it is not contacting exactly on ground, it is about to contact, it is bit in air. Okay, so here the legs, if you observe this leg means right leg is back and opposite direction, right hand is front. Okay, a left leg in front, left hand in back, so must be in opposite. Okay, and here if you observe, there are two lines above and below, showing two lines. The one line is touching for the feet, for leg. Okay, the another leg using for the head, for character position, height position. Okay, we are using two lines. So in the first, it is not touching the below line, just about to touch it is, and here is just above the top line, head line. Okay, this head is displaying just above the line. The next, it is the down pose. Okay, when you run, you can try yourself in front of the mirror. You can try this, so you gain the strength, and you push your body into another step. Okay, so here it is happening, you are gaining your weight. Here the whole body weight is shifting to this left leg, so that it is in bit down state. Okay, if you observe this pose is down and the head bit reach it down just below the line. Okay, and here this foot, left foot, touch the line. Okay, right, and here the body bit down. Okay, and this right leg bit coming forward, it is slowly forwarding and going and touching the ground. Okay, it is a cycle actually. Okay, let us check. Next, this is in between pose. Okay, so don't see this for time being, you don't see this pose, this and this green poses particularly, don't see this pose. After this down, directly come to your the passing position. This is called what? Passing position. So this is passing position. It is here, it is pushing off, you are going to take step. Okay, here the body stretching into air, because on toe you are the whole body weight you are supporting. Okay, and just fingers, the foot fingers, you are the balancing your whole body weight. Okay, that is the reason your body is stretching into air and it is reached above the line. The body arc is also here, see the shape, be it the curvy. Okay, it's curvy. And if you observe particularly one leg, for example right leg, here this right leg is here reached. Okay, and just leave it here, and this leg it is coming to forward. Okay, and then next come to this pose, and this is high pose. Here almost the character it is in air. Okay, the two legs not touching the ground. Okay, the both legs are in air, so that is the reason it is also in air, but actually this pose bit taller than this passing position, because it is in almost, not almost, 100% it is in air. So that is the reason it is bit high, the high. Okay, but here it is showing the both equally, but not equally, bit, little bit it is higher than this one. Okay, this is called high pose. Then this is again contact, same like your first pose, but opposite legs. The right leg is because forwarding this right leg about to touch the ground, and this the back leg, it is folded. Okay, so accordingly on opposite direction the hands are moving, and it is just bit higher than this line, headline. So how many poses we used here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 only. In walk also we use the same. Okay, the same way here also we are using the same the position. Okay, you can name it. The first extreme, it is almost contacts. Okay, so it is contact like the first one, like your thumb, and this is your the point finger, so it is down. Okay, I'm comparing with your the hand fingers. The second is down point finger, and the mid one, this is not this, and this is the tallest one. This is the middle one, the middle finger we are using. Okay, this is stretchable, and here it is a high pose for the ring finger. For counting purpose, I'm giving this explanation comparing with the your hand fingers. Okay, and this is again the small finger, but it look like same as first pose, but with the opposite legs. First, the preparation for any run or walk, first we have to create the first extreme. It is very important. Okay, after creating the extreme pose, the same pose you can make it in reverse. Okay, it will be the reverse pose with opposite legs and opposite hands. Then between this pose and this pose you have to create the middle pose, the middle the finger, like it is called passing position. Okay, so exactly between these two we create this. Okay, the procedure, first we have to create this, then we can create this opposite legs, the same pose. Between first and the last we create this. Okay, between this and the first pose we create this. Okay, so forget about this. So between this red and the first black we create this. This is a down pose. Then after that what we do, between this passing position and the last extreme we create exactly between this pose. So with that, how many poses? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So with 5 pose we create half cycle. This is half cycle. We followed only one leg. So after taking this leg, so this leg also can do the actions the same in another half cycle. So half cycle and half cycle is become one full cycle for the run. Okay, so this is a run cycle, the procedure. Okay, so animation is nothing but it's a pose planning. Good planning you must have to do. Okay, without proper planning, if you start very means what doubtfully or otherwise in a hurry movement, in a hurry way, it can be a flop. Okay, so after that you'll get more corrections in your scenes. So that is the reason, before doing any animation, first understand the storyboard, understand the sequence, understand the posing, then you have to start your animation. So this is a simple procedure, okay, and preparation for the work. So what we do here, I have one reference image. So here I'll take one more pose. I'll get one more pose. Suppose import to library. from this library, from the desktop. So there will be a one more pause. This is a run. Okay, so it is reach library. Okay, you get this. Now see, yeah. So you can make it a bit bigger. So I'm comparing with the yeah, what we'll do. So I want to reduce the opacity of this so that I'll understand this for the size purpose. Okay, this is my image, a reference image. What we are going to do, I'm choosing the this girl lady for the run purpose. The reason is because she has a ponytail. Okay, so suppose here I want to animate this the ponytail also. Okay, here the ponytail animation is very important for the main action. Okay, it shows the follow through and overlapping action. Okay, so about overlapping action and follow through, so I'll explain in animation principles. Okay, so mostly what I'll do, first I'll explain this the run animation, and I'll add the ponytail action also for the main action. It can be a follow through and overlapping action. Okay, so about this overlapping action and follow through, I'll explain in more clearly in animation principles. Okay, so after this run we do jump also. After that jump I'll explain animation principles. Theory is very important. Okay, then after that all the animation principles I'll show you in practical also. Okay, so your animation principles are going to happen in practical also. That can be very important. Okay, so I'll explain this run. We are using this, so we'll trace the character. Okay, so because this pose, mostly this pose we use, and we can prepare this pose, this model, or otherwise this pose, into the same like other poses. Okay. The next class, I'll trace this and I'll arrange. I'll show you how to arrange and how to prepare in layers, layer wise, because all the animatable things we have to place in separate layers, because the hands can move, the both hands, and both legs also can move, and head, and suppose the ponytail will trace in separate layers, and we convert them into symbols, and then fill the colors, and we give the posing, okay, the same pose, then we start the animation. Okay, the next class I'll explain all these things, so you can choose your character. For time being, you also can choose your own character, or otherwise you can take any reference and get ready for the uh, character tracing and animation. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please ask. Okay, thank you.